Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie. So we're going to crack on with Princess Catherine. Okay, can we have the month of October for Catherine? Month of October for Catherine. Month of October for Catherine. So I've got a money situation that doesn't sound fair. I'm also getting no. Feel like, I'm getting my hands with things. Could be, work and stuff. Could be someone selling a story here. Someone who has received, monies in a dark way. So whether it been, through blackmail or extortion or, I don't know, just making Catherine feel like shit, to be fair. So, you could be with a fake story here as well. Look at that. Harry. Everybody is affected by Harry as well. Harry has sold his soul to the devil. Who to believe, who to believe. This is a case of, what have you got yourself into? Like paying somebody off to protect vulnerable Harry? Or is it, trying to... someone's trying to sell them out? This isn't good, is it? This isn't good. Because it's like a train. So one carriage has got Harry a victim, but the other carriage is Harry having a go at the royal family, even though in the other carriage they've tried to look after him and prevent this stuff coming out. This is an expose. Now, I don't know why and who is exactly involved and for what purpose. I kind of feel like, the royals have been trying to help Harry. Well, then he doesn't learn, he doesn't learn, and he goes off and he does something, even sillier. Well, not sillier, more damaging. This is a case where Harry could drop the royals in it, okay? Catherine's worried about him. Everybody's worried about him. People are on thin ice. I don't know what's going on, I can't ever imagine Catherine and William stepping out of line. So, Harry will blame the fact of his dad's affair with Camilla, and then he's going to try and, drop this on Catherine and William, maybe saying that he's told them. So Catherine, this looks bad. What does Catherine about the P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whatever he is, what does she know about Harry's involvement in that? I think Harry has been asked before, you know, is there anything you want to tell us? Because there's not just a part of being vulnerable, there's a part of them, Harry, enabling situations as well, using, you know, his title as a prince to get attention as well. So Harry hasn't always told the truth here at all. So they're about to find out something that, you know, they didn't know, which by anyone's standards, it looks like, you know, a lot of disruption for October for all the royals, okay? And I said as well in another one about Eugenie. Did Harry always go to these parties alone, or did he actually, you know, take Eugenie as well? He's always pretty close. They'd meet up, you know, and well, at the time they're kind of young and daft. It's not my lifestyle. It probably isn't yours, but what happens is when they was going out and meeting, they're taking the Coca-Cola in the place where they are, okay, so I can see it, the snorting. There's a mirror as well, so you could hear that, you know, often they were snorting the Coca-Cola off somebody's mirror, you know, like a makeup mirror or some kind of mirror. He hasn't told them everything. So what do we need to know about Catherine for the month of October? Can't believe it. Can't believe it. You know, that's what she'll say. I can't believe it. He's lied to us. He has lied to us. And he's lying about us as well. Maybe he's going to say that Catherine and William knew all about it. But he may have told him part of a story, but not said the rest of it. So look at, you know, someone unreliable, someone telling lies, someone, you know, feeling like a rabbit in the headlights. Look, you know, getting it wrong, not telling the truth, so giving a fake story, you know, and deception. She's going to realise that this is something else. Outcome for Catherine for October. I know I dragged it, but I'm not going to pick it up. So this could be how William and Catherine, for some reason, this situation that comes up will make sense of Harry's behaviour, you know, will make sense. He's very angry, isn't he? Angry people are also in pain. Angry people, you know, fear that they can't control things, or it would be something there. It's something to bash yourself in the head with, you know, throw shame at yourself. And I wonder if, you know, in some shape or form, that this makes William and Catherine look back on Harry. And I mean, he only, you know, he's been an arsehole since he got married, but he had lots of problems before, and mental health, you know, part of mental health is, you know, talking negative about yourself, saying that bad things about yourself, not seeing a focus, and taking the blaming yourself for things that have happened, yet you don't quite know how this all came about. You can only say that, well, it was my own fault, you know, and blaming oneself. So it doesn't matter about how much money Harry had. He can never be happy. But this isn't, you know, something to pinpoint and excuse Harry. Just gets worse. It gets worse, honestly. Everybody's worried about Harry. Well, it must be bad. It must be bad, because everyone is worried for Harry. Not worried about what Harry will say, but what is going on for Harry. Do you know what? We could all use a videotape, actually, of Meghan kicking off and berating Harry. Get that out online. I swear to God, she's over. What's the outcome for Catherine for the month of October? Seeing a way forward, you know. I think something like that makes you think and reevaluate things, you know. We all know Catherine is reevaluating things. And maybe they're hoping that, you know, this just shines a light on Harry's persona as well. Because no doubt, before he met Meghan, he was going through some things. And I have to say, a lot of you said about Harry and a certain woman who was, what some would say, a victim of Harry's in a very, very bad way. In such a bad way, you know. You'll know what I mean with comas and hospitals and all that crap. I have to tell you, it's not true. It is not true. Yeah, you're all going to get annoyed with me now, but it is not true. He has never done that to a woman. We did reading on it before. It's not true, you know. And I've told you before, not everything about Meghan and Harry can be 100% everything, you know, completely true. Life doesn't work like that. So yeah, if you take umbrage about that, look, there's lots of stuff on the internet and salacious, you know, shocking about these two. No, I'm not always right at all. I'm not always right, but I can tell you now, there's no way he sat there, pummeled a woman to, you know, near death, and walked out of there feeling fine and dandy. You know, like the king could cover it up, or it would have been the Queen at the time. So, you know, are we actually saying that the Queen enabled that kind of behaviour? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He was a dick with the women, okay? He was. He didn't have much manners. He was so arrogant. Takes after his uncle, I think. But, yeah, that is definitely clear your mans of that. I think they're looking at understanding, you know, all this time, and he's never said anything. All this time. It must be bad, guys, you know. There must be something to say, you know, video-wise, because it changes us. It changes us, and all of a sudden, you know, the penny drops for many of us. Yeah, that kind of situation does not excuse his behaviour to his family, but he's messed up, you know, messed up inside. And he's not a leader. He's a follower, despite what you say. Invictus, okay, he follows them. The army, he followed instructions from them. You know, there's lots of things where Harry's just not... He's a follower, not a leader. He goes with the flow. And he would have been scared as well. It would have been absolutely petrified if things got out. And it's obviously a worry on his mind right now, because you can see it's even worse than before. His expressions and his loss of, you know, getting nervous and fidgety. Yeah, it can be to do with what you're taking in your mouth or up your nose. But for him is a reason inside why he's struggling so much. Have you ever done something quite shameful and then you think, I hope that never comes out, and then for years and years and years, or any time you get a low thing, you can go back to that? Or is it that you can actually make yourself feel guilty for everything that happens, whether it rains that day, you know, whether the trains arrive on time? You know, some people are like that. Me too. Me too. Oh, I expect that word to come up again. Okay, Me Too movement. I think there's movement. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.